YouTube family, we covered the entire game of Cleveland Browns versus Philadelphia Eagles, and I warned everybody what the narrative was going to be. See, unlike the people who don't like Shedeur, I'm not against people no matter how they look, complexions. I gave Dillon Gabriel props, but I told people what the situation is. He is going to turn into Dillon Gabriel. So before I even start and I dismantle and debunk this whole thing, you people love me because I go harder than your favorite YouTubers, and we're going to make it make sense. And by the time you're done with this video, you're going to understand that I know more football than you. You might know more than me, but you'll also understand this. Even if you know more than me, blessed ones stick to the proof with receipts. Dillon Gabriel disrespects Shedeur like the passive-aggressive coward he's always been. I told you guys who he was. I told you he doesn't like Shedeur. He's one of these guys who breaks down under the pressure, so he throws tantrum. I mean, Dillon Gabriel is the same guy who was making this face like his girlfriend just broke up with him when Shedeur was balling. Joe Flacco is the only one in this picture who was excited for Shedeur, who loves seeing Shedeur ball out. Dillon Gabriel is the only one who had an issue, and people told me I was tripping. So let's play the coward Dillon Gabriel on his diss towards Shedeur.
It's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors. And I totally understand that. And my job is to compete. And that's what I'm focused on doing. Just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
It's just that didn't even make sense. That was some Tom Brady answer. You know, Tom Brady, Chuck, I kind of got to rally the guys and galvanize them. That redundant, crappy ass, fake, generic answer. Listen to me, Dillon. You started a fire. I'm going to expose you, Dillon Gabriel. I'm going to expose the people close to you. You already sent your representations at me to get rid of my videos. I didn't break any guidelines. You were trying to shut me down. I'm going to be your worst nightmare, but let's stick with facts. That can come later this week on Monday morning. We're going to finish you, boy. But Shedeur is an entertainer. Is he not a competitor too? So Dillon Gabriel, you're the competitor. You're the garbage who threw the pick six, and we're supposed to act like it didn't exist?
Here we go. So far, Dillon Gabriel is playing amazing right now. What is he going to do? Up, interception. That is the Dillon Gabriel that we know. The interception, Dillon Gabriel. 6 for 19, Dillon Gabriel. That is how you do it. No, listen. Oh, don't get it. He's smiling, y'all. He know he effed up. You cannot throw an interception when you got Shedeur Sanders waiting.
So we're going to pretend Shedeur Sanders didn't have better stats than Dillon Gabriel? We're going to pretend Shedeur wasn't 14 of 23 playing with Uber drivers and cab drivers. Shedeur was playing with 4th strings and 3rd strings and a little bit of the 2nd string, not even all the 2nd string. So he's playing with 3rd strings and 4th strings against Eagles Carolina Panthers 2nd string, and he still performed with no interceptions and a quarterback rating of 106 yards. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel goes 13 of 18 with the 1st string offensive linemen, wide receivers, 1st string everything, playing against Philadelphia Eagles 2nd and 3rd string, and he couldn't develop into the quarterback you're trying to force us to believe. You know why? It's only one group of people who love Dillon Gabriel. Guys who have haircuts like this. These are the only people who love Dillon Gabriel. To see this scrub, he's passive aggressive like most cowards who don't like us. Now I'm going to make it make sense before I keep showing receipts. Now you're going to see my football knowledge. Watching the entire game, the Cleveland Browns are complicit, making this scrub quarterback feels what he feels. Dillon Gabriel understands there's a certain segment in the community of Mayo people who don't like us. So if he panders to that same Mayo community, he'll be perfect. I warned everybody while we were watching the game. Go to my channel. I played the whole game on live stream because I'm a man's man. During the whole game, I looked at it and I called the interception is going to happen. Dillon Gabriel is the interception king. The only thing he's been doing in the NFL was only interceptions. I'm going to explain to you what happened. Kevin Stefanski did not give Shedeur help the way they did Gillen. Kevin Stefanski gave Shedeur third strings and fourth strings and barely any second strings. Cab drivers and Uber drivers did not give him protection. Speaking of protection, this was like the first time in the history of preseason where every single offensive play, Dillion Gabriel was given full max protection. If you guys don't know what that is, instead of your regular interior linemen, you got two tight ends helping to block. You got your fullback and running back blocking, and your receivers helping to block. It was majority the whole time. They know who Dillion Gabriel is. He can't get it off on his own. He can't get it off on his own, and the players know this. The players know this. So what Kevin Stefanski did that he didn't do for Shedeur, Shedeur packages right out the gates were 50-yard bombs. You think Shedeur decided to throw those passing plays? They were given to Shedeur. No, Shedeur, we're not going to protect you. Go out there and give us 20-yard passes, 50-yard passes. Meanwhile, Dillion Gabriel is getting hashtag throws. 2 yards here, 5 yards there. Alex Smith 2.0, a goddamn game manager. And I'm not a hater the way you people don't like Shedeur. When Dillion Gabriel had that little nice zip throw, I said Dillion Gabriel is somewhat okay. But we know who he is. You can't get fooled by smoke and mirrors. But the thing is, majority of the people who don't like us for complexion and racial bias, they don't watch football. They watch race. So they don't understand what's going on when they watch it. They negate everything and sweep it under the rug, much like they didn't do for Shedeur. So Dillion Gabriel gets to pop up his chest because Dillion understands what I understand. There's only like 30% of us who understands football. And let's just be real. Majority of Dillion Gabriel fan base, they don't watch football. They watch race. So the whole thing, I told everybody, pay attention to the storylines. The same people who told us Shedeur didn't do anything special because it was just preseason. They're the same one who's telling us that Dillion Gabriel was exceptional, was amazing, was spectacular. Spectacular. He was a reincarnated version of Joe Montana. Meanwhile, the guy didn't give you any brilliant throws except one, a zip pass down the middle. Once again, look who he was playing against. He was playing against Philadelphia Eagles third strings and fourth strings. Can we be honest? He was playing against Philadelphia Eagles, Uber drivers and cab drivers. Against that, he should look better than what he played. Now, I'm going to put the stats up for you guys again because you don't watch football. You watch the color base. So let's throw the stats in there again because the comparison got to be shown. This guy didn't have any touchdowns. They made majority packages of running back plays. Meanwhile, they told Shedeur to get in there with cab drivers and Uber drivers and become Joe Montana. That's what they did to Shedeur. Shedeur didn't complain. He put his head down and went out there and went out to get it. Dillion Gabriel had like 3 good completions, and I told you guys, when he makes a mistake, he messes up. When he makes a mistake, he doesn't know how to bounce back. So Dillion Gabriel profusely continued to just be abysmal. They had to get him out of there. Meanwhile, Shedeur had to play damn near the entire first half. Am I lying, y'all? He played damn near the whole game. Dillion Gabriel, they took him out of there like I told everybody. Everybody started saying Dillion was better than Shedeur, and I said, wait for it. Wait for it. If you're like me, who's been watching Dillion Gabriel in high school since he was a sophomore in that island of Hawaii, I've been watching Dillion Gabriel in Florida when he played for UCF. I watched Dillion Gabriel in Oklahoma. We watch him with Dan Lanning over there in Oregon. We know who Dillion Gabriel is. He's an old quarterback who's been in the ranks damn near 100 years he's been playing football, and he hasn't improved. But they're going to tell you he did better. Dillion Gabriel said this. We got to go back to it again and dissect it.
It's just part of it. There's entertainers and there's competitors. And I totally understand that, and my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing.
Hey, Shedeur, I love you. I love your dad. I just hate this high road situation. Now, I'm going to always protect y'all. I'm going to be the voice who translate what you really want to say to this Mayo evil community who don't like us. If you're Mayo and you like us, I'm not speaking about you. Get the goddamn hell out my face right now and let me cook. Let me cook. Shedeur, You cannot take the highway with these vagabonds. You cannot take the highway with guys who got haircuts like this, because no matter what you do, they don't like you. It has nothing to do with your game style, your character. It has everything to do with your complexion. And Dillion is protected by the complexion of protection. Rest in peace to Paul Mooney. The complexion of protection. Never negate that part. They move the goalpost so much, we might as well go to war. We might as well just stop talking and face each other, and we get the business that we get it popping and popping, bro. On and popping. Just smack to the educational purpose. You know what I'm trying to say, because I don't like sugarcoat nothing. To see the scrub little quarterback call you an entertainer when you're 5 times above this guy in every way. When you mess up, you don't rattle. I told everybody when he threw that interception, he's not going to be the same for the rest of the game. He couldn't even keep his composure after that pick 6. You guys make so much just excuse for garbage. It's hard not to look at it. It is about race.
Here we go. So far, Dylan Gabriel is playing amazing right now. What is he going to do? Up, interception. That is the Dylan Gabriel that we know.
Did you see the interception? Dillion Gabriel not even make the attempt to tackle. He's the same guy that got sacked several times because the offensive line of Cleveland Browns is just trash and tarnished. Don't tell me about the overrated lineman that they used to have, Joe Thomas, because the only reason he looked good when you're the only somewhat level player who was like the 2nd pick in the draft and you have garbage all around you, of course they're going to give you a fake Hall of Fame career. But when you dissect Joe Thomas' career, he should be blamed for all the quarterbacks at Cleveland who never rose to the occasion. But you want to tell me Dillion Gabriel is a starting quarterback in the NFL. You want to tell me Dillion Gabriel is the number 2 backup in the NFL. So if your starter gets injured, you're going to put Dillion Gabriel as your starter for an actual billion, trillion dollar conglomerate corporation? This guy is going to start, and wait for it. Wait for Monday morning. You see some of it right now. You can smell the mayo drift. Hold my BLT sandwich. You can smell the mayo drift coming through and the griff. The storylines are going to be crazy. Dillion Gabriel, the perfect quarterback. But understand this, guys. They didn't show any of the incompletions. The incompletions was abysmal, bruh. He missing guys who's only 1 yard in front of him. He can't throw it over the guy. He has to jump and overcompensate for his lack of height. He has to jump and throw the ball to overcompensate for his lack of height. You really think 6'6" defenders, you got guys like Shedeur Stewart who are hungry. You think these guys who are running 4.4 in the 40, 4.3 in the 40, these 300-pound beasts, you think this guy is going to get away with some of the amusement park circus theatrics we just witnessed? And it's always from people who don't really watch football, who only watch race. It's always from people who don't watch football. You can't make it up. It's never coming from actual football support, because even guys who hate Shedeur, they know, oh my gosh, Cleveland, we got a problem. This guy can't play quarterback. So you're going to have all these packages to protect your guy. Why didn't you give Shedeur Sanders max protection? I mean, every single offensive possession was max protection. You cannot win games in the NFL when you assign your receivers, both tight ends, running backs, and fullbacks to blocking assignments. That's max protection. You cannot win football games like that because you become predictable. We know you're either running it to your quarterback or you're going to let this little munchkin, we represent the lollipop kids, the lollipop kids. We represent the lollipop kids. We represent. That nigga is a munchkin. You're telling me the Leprechaun is an NFL quarterback. Meanwhile, you ridicule Kyler Murray every day for less. You ridicule Kyler Murray every day for less. Let's look at the packages. I said what's going to happen, and it happened. Don't never judge me and say I'm doing too much. And most of you niggas who say I'm doing too much is always a stepping fetching. Bless one, you're embarrassing us in front of Mayo people. You bow down to the Mayo degenerate. I look at them like I'm by far greater than you. I'm royal status. Don't compare me to stepping fetchings. I want you to look at something I want you to see. This is Dillion Gabriel in Cleveland. Thank God I don't give a damn about Cleveland Brown fans. I only care about the urban Cleveland community because I've been to Ohio before. Let's go. Look at this guy. Scrub in every way. Look at him. Look at this guy. What more do you want from Dillion Gabriel? He's throwing interceptions even during games, not just practice. This nigga is a liability at every single measure that you try to make us pretend he's an NFL talent. Look at this guy. Let's just be honest. This is not an NFL quarterback. This is not an NFL quarterback. You're forcing me to believe Dillion Gabriel is an NFL quarterback. He is what you call a project quarterback, that you keep him on the team and you put him on the practice squad. You keep him on the practice squad for 2 to 3 years and see if he can develop into a third-string quarterback. And during his 5th year, he might be a serviceable backup, if to say the least. He's not even good enough to be a journeyman. And that's my problem with a lot of you people. I would give you Mayo degenerates a lot of respect if you just say the elephant in the room, you don't like us. But you come with all these semantics and all these reasonings, illogical talking points, and you want me, a grown-ass man with kids, to believe that this is what it really is. We all see it. And that boy broke. One thing about Shedeur, he didn't throw no interceptions. He barely throws any interceptions throughout his career. But if Shedeur does throw an interception, he got that Brett Favre mentality. We all know that Brett Favre mentality. See, Brett Favre is an interception king like Dillion Gabriel, but it's not what you think. Brett Favre is going for the home run plays. When he throws that interception, what does Brett Favre do? Brett Favre forgets about it. That's what separates good quarterbacks from scrubs like Dillion Gabriel. Brett Favre understands I'm the man. I don't care if I threw an interception. It happens to the best of us. Forget about it. Let's move on. We represent the lollipop kids, the lollipop kids. With that munchkin scrub quarterback, what he represents is derelictions of duty. He doesn't know how to be a constant professional. What he does, he's focused on all his mistakes like a preteen going through puberty crisis, going through boyfriend crisis. He doesn't know how to handle pressure, and pressure does break pipes and bust pipes. You go ask every Cleveland Brown fans. If you guys can look at me with a straight face, forget about the journalists, forget about ESPN, forget about Fox Sports, forget about CBS, NBC, forget about all the conglomerate. We're talking about with regular Americans, regular human beings. Ask me, you're telling me this guy is a professional NFL quarterback. You're really telling me this? I understand if you don't like Shedeur. That's what you people do. But let's just be real. Don't you care about your organization? You can hate Shedeur while telling the truth about Dillion Gabriel. Let me say that again. You can hate Shedeur while telling the truth about Dillion Gabriel, but you're going to omit the facts, just like you're going to see a lot of the Tony Grossi's. And by the way, Tony Grossi booty partners was mad Shedeur pulled up on him. How do you talk to him like that? Oh my gosh, Shedeur's not professional. But meanwhile, Tony Grossi is professional, attacking a young man who plays for your football franchise every single day. That's being professional. But Shedeur is the one not being professional. Shedeur laughed with the dude and just had a heart-to-heart conversation. But most racist Mayo people, they are not like Shedeur. They can't stand on business. When you call them out, they call you racist. When you expose the evil people of this world who don't like beautiful God's chosen 144th people, they call you the degenerate. They call you the racist because they play semantics. That's the only power structure of 98% of Mayo races. Their thing is playing semantics, moving the goalposts. But Dillion Gabriel, I'm on your head, boy.
It's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors. And I totally understand that. And my job is to compete. And that's what I'm focused on doing. Just want to be.
You see his face? And this is why I don't be feeling bad for Hawaiians. I see when Jalen Hurts versus Tua Tagovailoa, all these Hawaiians, you guys relate more to Mayo people. Mayo people has vanquished your island. They damn near got rid of all the original Hawaiians, and you people still bootlickers. You people are like, when a Mayo person use the bathroom and need a toilet paper, here comes the Hawaiians. You people think you're Mayo. Dillion Gabriel thinks he's Mayo. Look at him. I know who he's pandering to. Look at him.
It's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors.
Most Hawaiian people do not like black people. I'm here to tell you the truth. I've been to Schofield Barracks in the military, and I celebrated when they made a mistake and put me there. Guess where they flew me back to? They flew me back to Grafenwehr, Illesheim, and Katerbach, meaning Germany. I had a more beautiful time in Germany than I ever did in Hawaii, and I only been in Hawaii for almost a month. They do not like us. These people are the kicking boots of Mayo people. That's Hawaiians. This is why Rock Dwayne Johnson, he barely talks about his melanated father. All these Hawaiian think they're Mayo. They relate to Mayo people, and Mayo people don't even like them. So when you see Dillion Gabriel, he understands that it's us and Mayo people versus the Negrumps, versus DJ Bless One, versus Shedeur Sanders. He's a coward. He didn't even have the intestinal fortitude to say names. Shedeur says names, and Shedeur, I don't want that high road crap, bro. Now, I'm not gonna be mad at you if you take the high road, but I'm begging you, bruh. You're better than this scrub. I know people always say, but we take the high. I'm tired of the high road. God damn, I'm not your favorite YouTubers, bro. I know Shedeur and the Sanders family, they love these YouTubers who tap dance. I see it. I don't say nothing. I know they reward these YouTubers who don't go hard in the paint like Bless One. These YouTubers who won't say it's the Mayo racist. They just say they and them because they're scared. They don't want to lose money and sponsorships. So I understand Coach Prime and Shedeur and them, and even Bucky Jr., who are in my hearts. I know they give props more to those type of content creators. But guess what? This is bigger than Shedeur. It's deeper than the Sanders family. It's about us. When I go hard in the paint for Shedeur and Dillion and all the people, let's never negate the fact I'm not all these other content creators. When I go hard in the paint like this, it's for my sons who look like me. It's for you beautiful people who watch us who look like me. It's deeper than the Sanders. It's bigger than the Sanders. And that's what I'm saying. To hell with y'all high road. I love the Sanders family. I'ma still defend y'all just like I'll defend any Negro out in the street corners. Every people that they reject and made last. You feel me? The last shall be first. That's what God said. So all the people who are treated as last in line, Bless One is your brother. I am my brother's keeper. I goddamn am my brother's keeper and sister's keeper. I'm my sister's and brother's keeper. You can't get me to step and fetch. Now you go step and fetch. But Dillion Gabriel, I'm done with you. If this video don't do it for y'all and debunk everything, I'm done with you people. And I'm just going to take it up another notch. We're going to have to expose the entire front office on the first regular season day. And I pray you guys make Dillion Gabriel the starter or the second string backup. I pray all the Cleveland Brown fans who can't stand my gut, this is your day to shine. This is your day to say all the garbage to me you want, because I can't wait come regular season. I can't wait when we get to see the abysmal circus show. I don't care if you win your first game. What can go wrong will go wrong. This is the Cleveland Browns. You're not winning more than 8 games this season, and I stand on it. You did not prepare your team. You barely played all the first strings on defense, but you played all the first strings on offense, and y'all couldn't even compete with Philadelphia Eagles third strings and fourth strings. The first string offense of Cleveland Browns couldn't even compete with the Eagles second, third, and fourth strings. And you're telling me Dillion Gabriel is a leader of men. He's throwing shots at his quarterback, a quarterback who ain't never said nothing slick to him. Remember this, guys. Shedeur has been a consummate professional. Shedeur has been a great teammate. He even defended Dillion Gabriel several times, and I told Shedeur, be careful doing that. I'm always correct, because we were born in America. Like Paul Mooney told y'all, racism was here when I got here. Don't blame Bless One for it. I'm not the creator of this. You know who is. You know who brings up the color patterns. You know who's obsessed with race. It ain't me. How you're telling me it's me when I put the flashlight on the darkness and you can't handle the heat? A former Mayo guy used to say in a movie, you can't handle the heat. You feel me? He ain't say it like that, but you get the gist. Look, I'm DJ Bless One, the best one. Don't ever tell me about these munchkins and leprechauns is better than grown-ass men. You people are so hatred and racial and racist that you're really making a lollipop leprechaun become the face of $1 billion, $1 trillion corporation. I'm done with you non-football spectacle clowns.
I've been broke so many times.